Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped the vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang. Please state after each statement.
What's going on with all my billionaires out there? This the guy Hoods Billionaire. Welcome to Hoods Billionaire TV. Big favor, big abundance. On today's episode, we gonna be talking about, did Gunna snitch? Did he snitch? Okay, let's talk about it. Let's find out if Gunna snitched or not. Now, we all know that Gunna was recently released, and we all know that he took a plea. So we know he took a plea. But see, the thing that's going on is what everybody's saying is that Gunna took a plea, but he implicated that YSL was a gang. And that's what he pretty much spoke on. He spoke on the fact that YSL is a gang, and that was a part of his plea. And he's saying that he pretty much indirectly through his music was a part of the furtherment of YSL, and he apologized for that. Now, Thug is the head honcho. That's who the state is prosecuting as the head honcho for YSL. You see what I'm saying? So, because of that, you know, him saying anything about YSL being a gang, anything he's saying about YSL being a gang is gonna hurt Thug. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna hurt Thug. So, is that snitching? Is he snitching by doing that? You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know in the comments. Now, this is how I feel about the situation. Because this has happened before. If they all colluded on Gunna getting out, if Thug was okay with Gunna getting out, if he colluded with that, then it's no problem. It's no issue. Because sometimes that can happen in cases where it's like, hey, I'll collude with you. We all gonna end up playing out, bro. They got too much. I'll plea out. I'll be able to get out, get some money, help you with your case, and help your family. You feel what I'm saying? During, after the plea. You know what I'm saying? After everybody gets sentenced. That makes sense. I'm going to tell you why. Because Gunna is Thug artist. With Thug and Gunna locked up, Thug ain't getting no money. No money. All his artists locked up, he locked up, and his top artists locked up. He ain't getting no money, bro. All that money drying up on them lawyers. These are $1 million lawyers. So that money drying up. You feel what I'm saying? If he's saying, look, man, I'm not testifying, I'll plead, guilty or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But even with his guilty plea, he's saying he pleading guilty, but he's saying he not guilty of the crime. He just pleading guilty because it makes the most sense for him. Now, Boosie responded to this, and Boosie said, he called him a rat. He say, rat, this would have put tears in my eyes. My brother, my artist, like, what the fuck? I'm fighting for my life. I'm not running a gang. Criminal, terrorize, criminal enterprise. Okay, this is how he spelled it. I'm sorry. A criminal enterprise. And he spelled enterprise with a Z. But okay, a criminal enterprise, and you do this to Big Dog. You know it's a gang. The guns and drugs not yours. Well, who else was in the car that they can be for? Shaking my head. Okay, so, like I said, I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? I can understand what he's saying. But it just depends on if him and Thug was already colluding on pleading out. They got hella charges on Thug. Thug wasn't finna beat all them goddamn charges. That was not finna happen. He was not finna beat all them charges, bro. That was not finna happen. So, because we know he was not finna beat all them charges, we know he wasn't finna beat them charges. He probably said, man, go ahead and get out so you can get some money, help my family, help me, and keep YSL going. And, you know, I'm going to plea out my goddamn self. I'm just waiting to see, you know what I'm saying, what the best deal is. Now, if they did that, I don't think that's snitching. If Gunna pleaded out and told, you feel what I'm saying, and Thug ain't was like, and never signed off on that and was like, nah, cause I'ma fight it, you feel what I'm saying, I feel like I can beat it, then Gunna wrong and Gunna a rat and Gunna a snitch. You feel what I'm saying? And this is also one thing I want y'all to know about Gunna. Gunna got $1 million lawyer. Gunna has one of the best lawyers in the country. I'm gonna use NBA YoungBoy as an example. YB just beat a federal gun charge in California. He has some of the best lawyers money can buy. If his lawyers would have came to him and said, man, look, we looking at the case, you probably gonna have to take a plea deal, bro. That's just what's make the most sense here, because they got too much hard evidence that it's gonna be hard for us to beat. You gotta take the plea. Then YB would have took the plea. They looked at the evidence and they said, nah, bro, we can beat this. If you want to fight this, we can beat this. Because based on the evidence, this not nothing and we can beat this. Okay, cool. Gunna's lawyers came to him and said, bro, the best thing for you to do is to take this plea deal. We can get you a special plea deal where you plea it out. You gonna get 5 years. We can get it suspended and you get time served on a year, but you gotta plea out. After looking at the evidence, they did deny his bond 4 times. They felt like that was the best thing that he could do. So if the top lawyers in the country are telling you this is your best move is to take this plea, then they obviously had some hardcore evidence on this nigga where he was gonna do some real jail time if he bucked the system and tried to fight it. If he tried to fight it and they told them, nah, bro, if you fight this shit, they might hit you with 10 or 15 if we lose. I'ma just be real. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta just make the decision that's best for you. Now, like I said, if he didn't talk to Thug about this, then he a goddamn snitch. He a goddamn snitch. If he just did this to save himself and Thug ain't had nothing to know about that shit, then he a fucking snitch. And we gotta label him a snitch. We gotta be fair. Now, Boosie also had this to say. He said he had one charge. He wasn't gonna get no hard time. These lawyers don't give a damn about your legacy. They know what they doing to your name, but they getting you out of jail so they name blows up, and then you gotta pay them more when you free and they made you cooperate. It's a cold game. Now, one thing I will say about that, what I don't agree with that is, actually, I mean, it's cool that they got him off, but if they could have got him off and just beat the charges and he didn't take a plea, that would be way better for them than him taking a plea and getting off. You feel what I'm saying? So if they looked at the evidence and said, we can get you off without you taking a plea, they getting paid millions of dollars. They don't give a fuck. They getting the money. You feel what I'm saying? They getting the money. They don't give a fuck about that. They like, okay, nigga, well, if they felt like they could get him off, they would have got him off. You feel what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two, one thing I would have to say to Boosie is, we just saw T.I. on a recorded podcast saying he's admitting that he told on his dead cousin in order to get out of jail. We know Boosie had shit to say about Gangsta Williams after he told on some niggas to get out of jail. Even though Gangsta snitched on some bodies and T.I. snitched on some guns, I mean, snitching is snitching according to Boosie. So Boosie, I know you got a reality show with T.I. and I know you got a goddamn joint album you finna drop with T.I. You gotta keep that same energy that you got for Gunna, that you got for Gangsta, that you got for all the niggas that you feel like snitch. You gotta keep that same energy for Tip. That's just being fair. You feel what I'm saying? That is just being fair. We just gotta call a spade, bro. We can't be faking it and oh, one way is cool, another way is cool. Nah, nigga, if it's not cool one way, it ain't cool no way. Now, we have to find out if Thug was okay with this to know if he snitched. If Thug wasn't okay with it, then Gunna a goddamn snitch. And I'm gonna do another video calling Gunna a goddamn snitch. You feel what I'm saying? If Thug was in on it and he was okay with it in order to get him out and get some motion to help everybody else, then he ain't a snitch. It's simple as that. You feel what I'm saying? So we got to figure it out and wait out to see what happens, and then we'll know. Once we know, we can make that determination. I don't know I'm telling you, whichever one of them scenarios go is what's gonna determine is he a fucking snitch or not. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. This the guy Hoods Billionaire. Big favor, big abundance. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. This the guy Hoods Billionaire. Big favor, big abundance. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do y'all think Gunna is a motherfucking snitch or is he not a snitch? Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments, man. It's the guy Hoods Billionaire. Big favor, big abundance. I'm gone.